The truth about PMDD is that iron's lack of movement has a huge role in this. About iron's movement, I'm not talking about iron's levels, because if we are testing the levels of the blood and we don't see iron there, it doesn't mean that iron isn't in the body, it means that it's not in the blood. When iron isn't in the blood, that can be an issue, because iron can be 10 times higher in the organs. So what we need to focus on is how iron moves. When iron isn't moving, we can look at this called oxidative stress. One of the symptoms of PMDD is muscle or joint pain. Well, 46% of the copper in our body is meant to be in our bones. So if we're having joint pain, then it can mean that copper isn't where it's meant to be. It's not attached to the protein that it needs to be attached to, and this can be because if we have too much iron that's built up in our tissues and not enough of the nutrients that's needed to move copper and iron properly, then we can see that playing out as our pain receptors are lacking what they need. Another symptom is headaches. So headaches, we are going to lose magnesium under stress. Oxidative stress, when I say that, I mean iron's lack of movement, is very stressful on the body, and it's going to deplete more magnesium. So even if we are supplementing with magnesium, that doesn't mean that the magnesium is actually going to be functioning properly, because if it is constantly being depleted, then it's not having the outcome that you would want it to, and that can be why we're having headaches. Same thing with mood. So depression, anxiety, all of those things are also tied to the movement of iron. And even if you Google it, you'll see that antioxidants are thought to help with PMDD. Well, when I talk about iron's movement, there is a bus that moves iron through the body. That is a bus that copper is meant to be attached to as well, and it's called ceruloplasmin. It's made in the liver. You can't buy a supplement that will give you more of it. You have to help your body produce more of it. What's important to note is that is an antioxidant. That is huge, huge when we are talking about ways to supporting our body so that iron can move and then we aren't struggling with these symptoms. If we are looking to help our bodies produce it, we aren't talking about just a tiny little protein. It is the largest protein in the body, and it is made up of 1,046 amino acids. For comparison, insulin is made up of 51. So ceruloplasmin is massive. And if our body doesn't have the nutrients that it needs in order to produce it, then that is an issue. Ceruloplasmin can also be blown up by things like ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is a form of vitamin C. It is not the same as whole food vitamin C, so you don't need to comment below and tell me that you think that it is. It's simply not. It's missing an enzyme at its core called tyrosinase, and that means that they're not the same. It's basically like if you were going to buy a car off of a lot and you're looking at two identical cars. You get in car A, that is whole food vitamin C. It has the steering wheel, it has the seats, it has the engine. Then you get in car B, and that is ascorbic acid. It's missing the entire interior and the engine. It's not functioning the same. They might look the same on the outside, but they are not the same on the inside. And one of the things that ascorbic acid does is it blows up ceruloplasmin. So if we're struggling with all these symptoms and we're trying to get the body back to balance, we want to really be focusing on where ascorbic acid might be hiding. And a lot of the times it's going to be in supplements, and it can also be in food, like applesauce. An adrenal cocktail is one of my favorite ways to help the body produce more ceruloplasmin. And if you're interested in learning more about the adrenal cocktail, I have a free ebook on my website that you can download about nutrition and supplements that goes into detail with it more. If you're struggling to download it, comment below, and I will do my best to get back to you with the link to it.